and welcome to this edition of KWC, Kopi with Chris. And I've got two very special people in the studio today with me. People after my own skin, people after my own heart, people who are in jobs and professions and crafts that's after my own heart, totally and completely. I'm proud to have them with me. They are Jap Loh, he's on my right. Say hello, Jap.
Hey, how you doing?
And I have Biggie Bobos is on my left, and they are my Kopi kakis for this episode. And welcome to my new home. As you can see, it's lovely, isn't it? We're in my new cabin. God knows which part of Choa Chu Kang we're in, but never mind. But it's a new home for KWC, and we're very, very happy. I am very happy to be in this new place and to be back physically with people, and we're still keeping a 1 meter distance, okay? Believe you me, social distancing still a key point. However, I'm not gonna talk so much now, guys. I'm just gonna now leave it open to you, and I'm gonna just ask you to tell all of our viewers and listeners who you are. Let's start with Jap.
Okay, my name is Jap. I'm a tattoo artist. That's my day job, and a biker. So, yep, I just love the whole craft, the whole tattoos and bike. Been in the motorcycle scene long enough since I'm 16.
Wow.
Yep, 16. Started my first motorcycle. I'm 45 now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can I just ask you something, man? Is that the new cool thing to be to be shot in front of the camera with a scarf on?
Yeah. No.
Or is there something else? Is there any other reason for that?
Yeah. You know, when the age catch up, you know, you gotta lose some teeth as well. You know.
Holy crap! You too, huh? You know, when you're 45, you're 5 years shy of me. I'm 50. Everybody, the whole darn KWC audience know that for a fact now. And on my birthday, don't worry about it. On my birthday, I lost 2. Exactly on the day I turned 50.
It's becoming a trend, huh?
Yeah, and you know what? On that day when I lost my tooth, I had a shoot. And I was swollen on one side. And that became the promo shot. So if anybody watches KWC, you see me in a red t-shirt and my face, one side was swelling. Okay, in case no one realized, I might as well freaking say it right now. But don't worry about it. But you look cool this way.
Yeah.
This is how bikers ought to look, man. Yeah. Right, Biggie, about you. Tell everyone what you're all about, man.
Okay, firstly, my name, Biggie. Bobos, people know me Biggie, stage name for music. And music occupies 3/4 of my life. DJing, being a roadie, and I dare to say almost 3/4 of my life, I'd say a full-time biker. And yeah.
And how long have you been biking? Because Jab's been biking, he said since 16. How long have you been doing it?
I probably started late 18, 19. But yeah, mostly onto motocross bikes.
And you're 35 now.
Always 25. By my government name and age, 46.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just being an asshole because he started it first. He said 45. I said I'm 50, and this guy's forever 25. Backside you. Okay. Anyway, in any case, when we talk about bikes, just for clarity's sake, we're talking about motorcycles. Okay, and that's why I'm wearing this cap today. Don't know what the hell it means though, because I am not a biker, but this is my little tribute to all bike enthusiasts in Singapore and in around the world, and any one of you who's watching this show. Now, both of you have something in common. Now, you're a tattoo artist, and Biggie Bobos is a DJ.
Yeah, DJ.
And you're a club DJ, right?
Club DJ.
Okay, and this man on my right, he's a guy that specializes on giving you a lot of pain, and a lot of art.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get paid for it.
Oh yeah, he gets paid to give people
Cause
pain.
Yeah.
But there's one thing in common that they have, and that is this: they belong to a motorcycle club in Singapore, and this motorcycle club is called Warpigs.
Yep.
So both of you are members of this club. Am I right to call it members?
Yep.
Yeah.
Members, brotherhood or members? Is there sisterhood as well in the club?
No. Strictly.
It's not being sexist, but
Yep.
it's a men's club.
Bullshit is not being sexist. You mean there's no women who ride bikes?
But not in our club.
Yep.
Yeah.
We do have friends though.
Yeah.
Okay, wait,
We
hang
do
on.
write with them.
Hang on, is this an unofficial rule? Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I am not starting a misogynistic issue here. I'm curious. I really am. I'm really curious. Okay. So basically when you say, okay guys, we've got ourselves a motorcycle little group here, and can we make an agreement? It's all men. And is it just a bro thing? Or is Warpigs a registered society?
Okay, maybe I will go to the point of let the boys be boys. So, I mean, we work hard. We have a family. We have kids.
Yeah.
So I guess we just want to have our bro time. The bro man.
That space.
The bro
That
man.
space.
Right.
After being a full-time daddy,
Yeah.
full-time worker,
Right.
full-time biker.
Oh, sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Sounds so
Yeah.
cool. But the thing is Warpigs seriously a registered society?
I would say
yeah.
we could stick it to a riding club, right? A fun club, a motorcycle club,
Yep.
right? So knowing that most of us come from different trade, different lifestyle, and with the law here, there is associations that you can register yourself,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
But for us, we still leave it that way as it is. Yeah.
So it's not a registered entity.
Well, you can kind of say that too. Well, again, there is other parts where we register it into where you can do merchandise, and we do our small little company get associated with the clubs and
Right.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so but all those is the unofficial. It's just
Yeah.
friendship alliances. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Brotherhood.
It's,
Brother.
Okay. I'll tell you, all the women watching the show, they're just going to go, oh, shut up, you guys. I mean, that's not going to stop the ladies from starting their own sisterhood bike club, right? I'm pretty
we
sure.
are not holding them back.
Yeah. Would you support any women who come together and say, hey, I want to start this? And then you can, if they were to say, can you tell us how you guys did it? Will you be willing to help?
Over coffee. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, so there is a condition, huh? It's coffee, yeah? Okay. I tell you what, over coffee, but it must be Kopi with Chris.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
give anyone, bring them to the show.
Right.
It'd be
Exactly.
quite interesting repartee. But the thing is that Warpigs, I mean, I've been, throughout my time, I only hear of one predominant name of a bike club, and that's yours. Maybe we ride in this. I don't ride, but when I say ride, no pun intended, riding around the same circles of people, you know. But I always and only hear the name Warpigs. So how big is this club?
Okay, maybe I will go by that. Back in the year 1996, we started the club. So
How long ago again? I'm sorry,
96.
96.
we are 24 years now.
Oh, crap,
Yeah.
really? So it's your
And-
silver anniversary next year.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Whoa.
exactly. In January. So coming back to the club, we've been around. Actually, we're kind of like, I would say the first. I would really say the first
Oldest
MC,
yeah.
oldest MC to
In
start.
Singapore.
Okay,
in
MC is a
Singapore.
motorcycle club.
Yeah.
Motorcycle club.
Okay.
Not just a riding club, but a proper brotherhood club.
Okay.
So we've been around since then, and we're always in the scene. I wouldn't want to say live that we go drinking and partying.
Yeah,
Yes, we
yeah,
do
yeah.
drink, but we're responsible riders as
We
well.
do have our limits.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But we always in the scene supporting the culture.
Right.
Right. Like music and arts and
We support the community.
Yeah.
Red Cross.
yeah.
I was about to come to that bit here.
SPCA.
I was about to come to that bit here, but if you just let me rewind a little
Sure.
bit and
Right.
play back. Yeah?
Sure.
How big is the club? How many people do you have? How
Okay.
many bros do you guys have?
I would say a handful.
Yeah.
A handful is 5?
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, we normally don't go into the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Right.
have active member, we have member that's already retired, but still a valid member as well to us.
Okay, so it's more than 2 handfuls and 2 feetfuls as well. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, Is there something wrong with saying that?
Not really.
It's a bunch of people coming together, bunch of friends coming together, bunch of people who are
Okay, Chris.
enthusiasts.
Let me put it this way.
Yeah, now I'm going to
In
get the
the
truth,
army,
right?
no. In the army, you go into war. Are you going to tell your strength?
But this is you are saying now that this is compared to being
No, it's just that. How should I say? Some things are meant to be.
kept unsaid,
Yes.
left unsaid.
Yeah. But you will feel it and you will know it.
I mean, you see us
Come
ride
on,
by.
yeah.
I mean, you see us ride by. You
Yeah.
see us on charity runs and stuff.
Okay, brothers, let me just put it to you this way, okay? This is Singapore. I don't think we're going to be having a version of the Hells Angels here because of you guys. No freaking way. I know you guys personally, and you're nothing like that. And yes, I kudos to Warpigs because I am also acutely aware that you do a lot of charity work.
Yes, sir.
Right? And yeah, you come together as a bunch of guys, shoot some pool, maybe, and drink not beyond the limit that you're allowed to do, you know.
Take a cab home.
And have a couple of laughs, you know, just a bunch of dudes, right? It's so cool to do, isn't it? Look at your bike, look at my bike, I help you yours, I help you. We might do some trading and some stuff where you
I think you got a point there.
regular petrol heads, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can understand all that. Look, they're not doing anything wrong. Okay? And yeah, you know, one thing that's wonderful about, you know, motorbike enthusiasts who come together like you guys do is that you guys are so into the music, you're into the culture of things, you know. And when I talk about charity, okay, when it comes to charity, and you guys do a lot of it, why? Not that I'm against charity, of course not. I think it's marvelous. But why is there this culture of charity amongst the biker community or the Harley owners in Singapore? Are you guys a Harley group?
We ride Harleys.
You ride Harley, but is it just
American muscle bikes, yeah.
okay? So Warpigs is about American muscle bikes, or is it across the whole spectrum of
Harley
motorcycles?
Davidson.
Harley Davidson only.
Only Harleys, yeah. Or is it wrong for me to say Harley because I'm not in?
Nah.
I can say
It's all
Harley.
good,
right?
yeah.
I don't have to say Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not gonna get smacked across the back of my head.
Nah,
right? Okay.
all good.
All right. So what is this? There's always this culture of charity amongst guys like you guys. Can I just ask you why?
Well, I would say we know how is it like because we've been there.
Yep.
You know, we're not born with a silver spoon. You know, we work our way up,
True that.
and now that we have it, we should share it.
Once you
Okay.
attain there and you know, it's not that cheap having a Harley in Singapore.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
And once you have it, and right before having it, you were from down here.
So is it
Working your ass off 3-4 jobs and finally get a ride.
right?
And when we are there, we need to share it.
Well, you sound like the right kind of candidates. A certain political party should actually rags to riches story. People who give back, philanthropic. You know, yeah. I mean, shucks.
Yeah. Seriously, Chris. Yeah. And for me, I don't know what Jap. It really fucks people's mind seeing all this leather tattoo, but they're just being nice. It's just like, how can it be? They should be breaking tables and chairs, but there they are, you know, doing charity. So.
Okay, yeah. So the reason, and this reasons. The two of you gave me the same reasons, right? We worked our way. Buying a Harley isn't cheap. Now that we can't afford it, we like to give back to community.
Yep.
Right, because there are people out there who you hope that you're able to help. What kind of charities are we talking about? What have you guys done for? Who have you done charity for so far?
Okay, I guess the current one is initiated by our president of the club now.
Right.
So basically, we raise money from the public to buy food, and then we do the delivery.
The raw stuffs, rice,
Right.
whatever not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Staples and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the current president of our club
Yeah.
has an outlet of himself.
Okay.
Uses his kitchen, uses
Oh, God bless him.
his set of menu and all.
Yeah.
And we boys are the
Marvelous.
Yeah, with the delivery boy.
Yeah.
But you deliver to who?
Okay, we go to all the low income family.
yeah.
Yep, around Singapore.
You mean in the
Jurong,
estates?
Yes,
and all
the
that?
estates.
Across the island.
Yes.
Wow.
You know those L houses?
Wow, fuck that.
Yeah, and then we just set up at the lobby somewhere, and then they'll come down, queue up, pick up their food.
Oh man.
No questions
Oh,
asked.
you dudes are.
Yeah.
You dudes are something else.
Yeah,
Wow. And how often do you guys do that in a year?
we do as much as possible. Yeah,
As often as you can.
as often
As I mentioned, we did for Red Cross as well.
Yeah.
SPCA.
Oh.
Jap's favorite. Our favorite.
My favorite.
You got to play around with the dogs, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we like
Who let the dogs out, dude?
like for SPCA, what we do is actually we do charity rides. You know, everybody would love to get on the
Right.
back of the Harley, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we will ride them around.
Oh.
You know, you just pay $5.
$5.
We ride you around.
And the $5, where does it
all
go
the
to?
whole $5 go
Yeah.
to SPCA.
Well done.
So
Patrols on us, so
Well
Yeah.
done.
we are
I
doing
mean,
our part as well.
you know, we got a lot of things in common here, with the only one exception, and that's the fact that I don't have a bike license.
And you look like you need one.
Everyone has been telling me that
You have
since
the
I
look.
was freaking 16 years old. Yeah, but till today I don't have a bike license. You know, because why mommy told me better don't ride a motorcycle. I tell you, that's the reason why till today I still have. You know, all my life.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very frank with you. All my life, I've only sat as a pillion on a motorbike and
Right.
once on a scooter 3 times
In your whole life.
my whole life. The only time I rode a motorbike on my own was in Bali,
Okay.
and I nearly crashed because I was about to swing right, and I didn't know I'm just supposed to just tilt the handlebar like this.
You went with the whole body.
And yeah,
yeah,
it was a freaking moped, man. It was
Yeah.
like, you know.
The scup chives.
Yeah,
you know.
and then I told myself, Chris, nah. I think you're gonna shorten your life because you're quite hopeless on handlebars. The only damn handlebars I got close to on my own. So yeah. But anyway, like I said, you know, we got a lot of things in common. I mean, I love animals as well.
Yeah.
And you specifically said, especially Jap loves that. Now, Jap, you're an animal lover.
Yep.
Because I see animals on you, on your skin, man. Is that a wolf or?
Yeah, let's cover up.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I'm
And I do know that you got a whole darn coral reef somewhere in your
At the
body,
back.
right? Yo, there we go. So you're quite a wildlife kind of guy, eh? Yeah, you do a lot of work for animals besides SPCA on your own?
In fact, I guess I just tattooed a lady from Acres. So I mean,
Acres,
we're,
okay.
we're very connected. So we even helped the last one we did that anti-shark fin tattoos. You know
Okay.
that?
Oh, is that anti-shark fin tattoo?
I'm
And
giving up free of charge. Anybody who want to pledge that they will not take shark fin, come to me. It's free tattoo.
Wow.
Shucks, I'm gonna take a look at that, man.
Hang on.
Oh,
I
he's
might
got
have
it. Here we go. Camera can't see, but I don't care. I'm gonna see it.
Yep, there it is.
Can the camera zoom in? Well, which one? This one.
Yeah. So it's a
Oh,
shark
that's a
fin.
shark
with a
fin.
cross.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you do that one free of charge,
Free of charge.
Anti-shark
Pledge
fin.
it. Pledge
Yeah,
it.
I wonder whether you guys got that. I hope you guys got that one. If not, later on, just take a picture of it, okay? And make sure our viewers see it. But that's kind of cool, mate. So that's your idea, huh?
Yeah, just me pledging. That's it.
Now, this is one guy that really, really loves animals of all kinds. Creatures great and small. Now, coming back to Warpigs. You say that, okay, I'm not gonna get beaten up after this shit, you know. So I'm just gonna go this direction. Besides having sure you have 2 dinglings somewhere, and besides that requirement, are there any different or any other requirements that one might need to get into your motorcycle club?
Well, the interest and love have to be there. Interest.
Well, that's a
And-
given, yeah.
Yeah. And to have us, to have you to hang around with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will always say this: the 3 strong points that we look for:
Mhm.
brotherhood,
Right,
the loyalty,
right,
the respect.
right.
Yeah.
So you guys have an initiation ceremony or something?
Yeah, we do.
No shit.
When the time is right.
When the time
sir.
is right.
Yeah.
When the time is right,
When the
then-
caterpillar blooms to a butterfly.
No, I'm just gonna wing this one here. So if there's an initiation ceremony, it is a standard, predictable thing that you guys do for every new member, right?
Kind of.
Is it standard?
Kind of.
Shit,
Definitely there'll be a tweet each time.
Right,
You know,
right.
to see, I mean, certain people can take more, right?
Oh, okay. This now you get intriguing me. So I mean, this is like the freaking Freemasons, man. So wait. So what do you do?
Well, on the good times, and when you're at a proper place,
Sure.
and we're not gonna ride back. Probably like
Yeah.
chalet, that kind of stuff.
Right, you're right.
So the small size ones,
Okay.
big boys, we just cheers, maybe dunk you some drinks. But the small, we're talking about 1.6 meter and below.
Right.
Our club president is huge, close to 1.9.
Holy crap.
Alright.
Okay.
He'll give you a beer.
Uh-huh.
We just poke it and suck it.
Off at the bottom.
yeah,
Okay.
And turn you and shake you up and down.
No way.
Shaken, not stirred.
No, you mean the president, the
Down,
big guy. He's
yeah.
the one that will be doing it.
Doing the shaking for 1.6 meters, small ones.
So-called the
So that's
blessing.
initiation.
Yeah,
Oh,
that-
the upside down
Yes,
blessing, you
yes.
mean. Oh, it's fun. That sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun, man. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that's the best part of it is to release our stress,
Yeah.
back into just having fun, clean fun among the boys,
right.
Yeah, like I said, we still go home to our
Emphasis on the
family.
word clean, yeah. Emphasis on the word clean. All right. Now, the thing is, are there any other requirements? For example, character requirements. That the guy's got to be decent. He's got to be, is there anything at all?
I guess it's just the level of entry. When you first start riding, definitely we want to know if you're close enough with the club. You have to start to know the members, I mean, we don't have to teach you how to grow up, but somehow you have to be mature enough.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So by you saying that, it does seem that there are different tiers of memberships.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I would say that there is steps,
Stages.
stages.
Yeah.
Stages.
That
So
would be a
it's
better
not like honorary member, ordinary member.
Sort of, there is. Yeah. But
Yeah.
you got to start from below.
You start from
Guys,
below.
this sounds like a registered society, man. Do you have your own constitution?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? Go get the darn thing registered. You have your own constitution.
Yes, we do.
And you have your own AGMs.
We have our AGMs. We have
Yes.
our office.
What?
Yeah.
We have a whole working office. Like for me, I'm
Now it's running
right now I'm a
office.
road captain.
In the office.
Wow. Well, but you're also coy about quite a number of things.
It's a-
I'm
it's a- it's
scratching
a-
my head here, man.
it's a
Here he
fully-
goes again. Here goes again. I'm really trying to figure this whole thing out.
It didn't cross your mind that
Yeah, it didn't. I mean, I was just shooting in the dark, frankly, shooting in the dark, discovering whether, yeah, you're right, do you have ordinary memberships, honorary memberships, and memberships that you actually give to someone who's not even a biker, right? But because he's a friend of the club, stuff like that. It only happens in places like clubs, I mean, registered clubs and entities and stuff. But you guys seem to have to be very organized.
We have to be in order to build a strong family, right?
a second family.
A second family, we have to be.
Well, you really see this as familiar.
Yes.
So how, if you were to compare now, I'm not being an asshole.
Okay.
I'm not being an asshole.
You try
okay? I do try sometimes, but I do try to also be quite managed about it. Right? It all depends on how. Never mind. I'm not going to go further than that because I keep forgetting myself. There are cameras in front of me, but I was shooting in the dark. Frankly, I really was. And you are so organized, and I couldn't have, for the life of me, really think. I would have really thought of just a bunch of guys coming together, and your answers to me were kind of surprising.
We don't normally say that to everyone, right?
But I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys sharing this very honestly with me. Though I'm still trying to get some other stuff out from you. Yeah, like I don't see this as an illegal thing at all. And like, if that's what you're concerned about.
Well, maybe the thoughts of some factors or individuals or groups or teams just don't want to be mainstream, but still functional. You get what I'm trying to say?
So it is an effort of not going mainstream.
Yeah.
Man, we are so damn alike. Why is this boy not on the radio? And why am I doing podcasts? Because we just don't want to go mainstream. I feel you. I get it. I get it. Okay. Promise, I'm not going to be an asshole again about this. Are there rival clubs, man?
No, not in Singapore.
Okay. I'm going to be an asshole again.
Okay.
I have to break my promise, but it's not about Warpigs.
No.
Right.
No, I'm going to ask you. Because I you're not advertising for them either. But this is because of for the sake of this Kopi conversation.
Mm.
Can you name me some more of these motorcycle clubs outside of Warpigs?
In Singapore? Or
In Singapore.
Oh, a lot.
There are?
There are a lot. Of
Like, for example?
we got Malaysia Riders, Street Coyote. We have
Kings MC.
Kings MC. We have a lot. Headhunters, Mad Dogs.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
they sound dangerous, man.
Yep.
Headhunters, mad dogs.
Yep. there's a lot
And
of-
do you know whether or not some of these clubs are actually is organized and has got structure like you guys with constitutions?
I wouldn't dare to.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We don't put our
We don't
nose
snoop.
into it.
So basically, you don't give a shit, lah. You only bother
Well-
about your own home.
It's the I wouldn't say agreement, but in a way, when there's any events, you will see each other.
Definitely.
So it's
will
friendly.
say, yeah.
Friendly.
There's not been any fights with each other and stuff like that. Rivalry to the point of no
Nothing
return.
a drink couldn't solve.
Drag
Yep.
racing and stuff.
I like that.
Nothing a drink wouldn't solve as long as within limits, and these guys keep to the
Yes.
limits. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just clarify that for you. Okay, so that's good to know. So basically, motorcycle clubs in Singapore are not violent of any sort, not involved in any kind of criminal activity, which is great to know, and it's good for people to also know, because a lot of people tend to make judgments, draw aspersions, and I'm not going to go on anymore about Warpigs, okay, guys? I mean, I think you guys are. Please tell all your friends in your bike club that coming from Chris Henson,
All right.
thank you for doing all that good work, man. I mean, it's really so awesome to hear. It's good to know, and thank you, Warpigs. Since I'm looking into the camera, I'll say it to your
Oink,
friends.
oink.
Yeah,
Oink,
oink, oink. Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's not a secret code word because oink oink is not that secret anyway.
Oh, but if you see us in a bar, don't shout oink oink,
Why?
because you have to finish whatever you're holding.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Oink,
telling me.
oink is half a glass.
I'm not so worried, because I don't drink any booze anyway. So
okay.
whatever you ask me to finish is probably going to be a damn fruit punch or something like that.
It better not be a hot coffee.
See, people think I'm a biker. People think I'm a freaking alcoholic, but I'm actually none of those. So it's really, really weird, man. But then again, since we're talking about labeling or being labeled,
Yeah.
right, guys like us, I mean, you got lots of ink, I've got ink, and Biggie has ink, and you are a tattoo artist as well as a bike enthusiast, and then Biggie is a club DJ and also a bike enthusiast. Can you just imagine? I'm pretty sure people look at you funny sometimes, huh?
All the time.
It
All the
happens.
time,
Yeah.
All the time.
It happens, yeah. How do you feel about that, man?
Well, so sometimes we get our way,
For being who we are.
Yeah.
What do you mean by get your way?
People just step back and say, hey,
Yeah.
you guys go first. We're
No
like, no.
kidding.
Yeah, we're like, no, you can go first. I said, no, you go first. I'm like, why?
Am I looking different from them?
Yeah. But well, since you insist,
Yeah.
okay.
I said it before in the other program, the other show that I'm also on called In Our Humble Opinion. I mentioned the story in that show. And sometimes, even when I pick my kid up from school, some parents, who come to pick up their kids as well, they'll look at me funny,
Yes.
right? Because I've got a half sleeve ink, right? And all that. And I'm a big guy, right? And people look at me with this look like, oh, he must be a ooh, you know.
What are you trying to say is disgusted look?
Yeah, it's not nice really and then the moment I open my mouth and I start talking and then they go, huh,
Fuller can talk.
yeah. You know, and I mean, I think this labeling thing is just so wrong, man.
We have to live with it, Chris.
Yeah, and I have been living with it. I mean, you know, and I look at myself, and I don't know about you guys, but I look at myself as the underdog of society. You know, like, you know, and my mother actually said, "We see, people don't respect you when you have ink." They said, "Mom, I don't care because what I have on me, you know, my ink is so personal, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys
Means a lot, yeah.
love what you have on you. You know,
I got pictures of my kids just in case I go side B. It's like looking at it and say, "Daddy, don't do stupid things." Okay. and this is the kind work of Jap. Jap also. Before I do stupid things, I look first.
Brother, I'm gonna be an asshole again.
Okay.
Now I was thinking in my head, you got your kids in your arms. So good for you that you need to remind you, Daddy, don't go astray, don't go awry, don't lose your head.
And my wife loves it. Shows that I'm a married man.
I'm glad. My missus has ink as well. I'm pretty sure your missus is also, you know, your missus would probably have ink. Yeah. You know, and that's a wonderful thing, right? I mean, the families like this, you know. But the thing is that
Just the part you being an asshole, lah.
Yeah, the part about being an asshole. Thank you for reminding me. Sometimes I talk so much and I just lose my train of thought. But thanks for pulling me back. You know, brother, I would have thought that if you have kids, your kids in your arm, it's gonna be like, in case when Daddy gets too old, and I don't remember who the hell I am, and you know, people look at my arm and say, "Is that your family? Yeah, can you just find my kids?" You know?
Lost and found.
Then you can recognize them somehow, even though they're grown up a bit. They don't look that different.
My son and my daughter asked, "What if you're big boys and big girls too?" I said, "No, it's okay. I capture you when you're a baby. You're still my baby for life."
You're so right, man. Kids, yeah. No matter how old they get, man, they're still our babies. You know? You see, then we have a bunch of big boys here who ride big bikes and they got ink everywhere. We are so soft at heart because we are great dads. I know you guys are great dads. You know, and it's wonderful being a dad, really, isn't it? Yeah. So, you know, it's so funny. I gotta tell everyone at home this because I have a special memory with Jap. My first ink was inked by this man.
First thing.
My very first ink, and it's this one here. Remember this one?
Yeah.
Man, it's a full cycle. Jet being here, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's special for him being here because for me, because my first ink was inked by this guy.
Okay.
And when he was at the Heron.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, and when he was at the Heron. And do you remember how nervous I was about getting inked? Because I was against it.
Serious?
I was big time. If you remember, my wife wanted to be inked. At that time, she wasn't my wife yet.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but we were dating, and she wanted to be inked, and I kept trying to convince her, stop being a nut, right? So I went in front to his shop first to get her belly pierced, and I was there to go, why? And he said, but you know, don't say that. My wife said, don't ask me this kind of stuff because I'm coming back to get inked, and so are you. I said, no, I'm not. And you're not either. No, I'm getting inked. You're not going to stop me. I don't give a shit. You know?
No, your wife's funkier. Back then.
Yeah, thanks. Remember the old sitcom a long time ago called Dharma and Greg? Now, I was Greg and she was Dharma.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But right now she completely converted me. And then she somehow got me convinced. Because you know why I was against it? My dad, my late dad, he was a great cop. He's a very well-known cop. Even in Singapore's history, he's very, very well known.
Wow.
And my dad, should he be alive, would skin me alive for having ink on me. And my mother told me, listen, when I got this one done by Jap, and I went home, I made sure that it's covered. My mom can't see. I go into the office and say, I'm glad I'm always in long sleeve, shirt and tie, and all that, right? So no one can see. And then after a while, I go, why the hell am I hiding something? Because every time I just want to look at it.
Yeah, right.
Right,
Okay.
and I go, oh, I just love this so much.
Yeah.
Because it's me, you know? And now it was a bulldog, now it's a darn chihuahua. You know what I mean? So,
Because the
What we went through, I just make it real brief. My first ink. being I wouldn't say a conservative family, like, you know,
Right, right.
a Malay-looking family.
Right.
My dad's a teacher for 32 years.
Oh boy.
Caught my tattoo, but can't be bothered to talk to me. And told my mom, son got tattoo. Came back one day, 5, 6 in the morning after work. Son, come here. Why? What's that on your chest? Nah, tattoo ni. Open, see. Okay. Lucky, my friend, the son, whole body got tattoo. You want only? One only, man. One.
You guess what happened? I got this one done, right? The following year, I went back to Jap, and I got this guy here done.
I've never heard somebody say one is enough.
Yeah.
Never.
Is this
It won't
thing-
happen. It won't happen.
Yeah. Tempt me again, dude. I gotta tell you. Now, this is not you. Don't get me wrong. Nothing to do with your work, yeah. But when I went to Bali, I fell in love with Bali.
Okay.
For the first time I went, I've ever been to Bali, I loved the place, and I found a great tattoo place, and I decided to have this on my arm,
Nice.
right?
Microphone.
To remind me, it's a life size. Because I got two of these, right? I
Yeah.
use this for shows and all. When I sing, when I have to sing, I use this. So the SH55, the Shure 55 mic, classic mic. So I put it here to tell me, to remind me that don't ever forget your first love.
Yeah.
And your first love, really, my first love, really, is this thing. Getting behind the microphone. And I reminded myself, Chris, don't stray away from this, because it's something, it's my heart and my soul. You know,
Yeah,
it's something
true.
I love doing. And then, when I went back to Bali the following damn year, I said, this son's kind of lonely, man. This son is kind of lonely, right? I mean, he needs freaking a lot of company, don't you think so? And, I felt like a freaking wimp. Why? When I was in Bali, and I look at all the, beautiful people in Bali, right? I'm talking about the tourists even, right? You got gorgeous babes and hunky guys, and all the guys there, man, they're ripped, shredded, and they're inked. And I look like a real wimp with this too small little shit in my arms, right?
The canvas is there.
Yeah, and I said, no freaking way. And while we were in Bali, my wife's good at Photoshop.
Okay.
So we got some designs. And she took a picture of my arm and she just pieced them together. I said, I like that shit.
She did that.
Yeah, she did all that first, right? Then we went to the tattoo studio. Now, then I liked it. Why? Because there are 3 cultures here. I'm a guy that believes that everyone should always be together.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how. Don't label anyone. All cultures respected. So I got Tongan, I got Mayan, and then I got Japs, Celtic here.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like it is about people being united as one.
Yep.
There can be no judgment.
Right.
And then, funny enough, by doing this, I get judged. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We are who we are, man, and we are great dads.
And we are happy.
And we are hardworking dads.
Yeah.
And we are good husbands. Believe it or not. Now, but coming back to the point about, tattoos, where Jap's concerned. You've been in business ever since I've known you. Even before I knew you. Yeah? And the circuit breaker that just ended.
Finally.
Oh, wow, that answer. I was about to ask you. During circuit breaker, no one can do tattoos, right?
No.
How has that affected you, man?
No income.
This is your sole income.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it is my main income. Yeah.
Your main income, huh?
My main income.
So-
The one that sustained the whole family.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Now, how bad did it get, man?
Almost went crazy. I had to start to draw everything that I see. My phone, my table, my shoes.
Everything. Caps. You did caps.
I paint everything and anything.
Really?
Even I empty a bottle of whiskey, I'll draw on it. I draw on the bottle.
So this is really a passion, huh?
I can't live without this drawing. I need to express.
But how about the economics of things, for the household, man?
Bad.
Oh, wow.
Bad.
Oh,
Drain
wow.
all reserves.
Wow.
Bad.
No, okay, now. Just get past the negatives. Let's look at now, okay? We're in phase 2. You're allowed to start business?
Yes.
How's it been?
Well, I would say
Promising?
it's good. Promising, but the recovery of what you've lost is going to take a while.
Yeah.
Are you confident? Are you optimistic?
Yeah, it's okay. It's moving. Bookings are there already. So.
Oh, great.
Yeah, bookings are there. It's just that, yeah, you can't be charging. Oh, look, now I'm going to charge you double because I lost a couple of months. You know, we still stick to the exact price. You know.
That's having integrity, man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's being a business person of integrity.
Yeah.
I respect you for that. How long have you actually been doing this?
26 years.
Damn.
Oh. 26 years of looking at people's skin. Where's the
And
weirdest?
bums.
I was about to go to which was the weirdest and part of a person's anatomy that they actually asked you to ink.
Damn.
Anywhere you can imagine.
Anyway.
No, bullshit. Answer the question.
Where the sun never shines,
The
Chris.
weirdest spot, man.
Where the sun
When
never
the sun
shines.
never shines?
You're shitting me.
No.
Yeah. Wherever you can imagine.
You're talking
as long as
both genders where the sun never shines.
yeah. But I would say the only place that I find it ridiculous was under the feet.
Oh, that's crazy.
You're not kidding.
No.
What's that? They wanted extreme foot reflexology. Is it with the needles?
Jap, is it pain and ticklish together?
What ticklish? It's freaking painful, bro.
It's painful, bro. I don't have it exactly below. On top of it, it hurts like hell.
Oh. And did this person, was it agonizing for this crazy person? Dude
I
or
guess-
girl?
No, he's not hating for the pain,
Him,
but
okay.
he wanted a picture on it.
There and there.
Yeah.
But you know what, Chris?
He must really hate that person. It was a picture or a portrait of someone. I mean, stepping
me?
on that. Uh-huh.
My dream and
Oh, here we go.
challenge for myself
Okay.
on the head. I cannot imagine.
It's not that bad.
It's like the old WWF. Remember that wrestler with that
Yeah.
tattoo on his head? Nick the Anvil Neidhart?
Yeah.
Right?
He's-
And he had flames on his head, right?
Can say he's one of the pioneers man, back then. to have
Okay.
it on the head.
Okay. Biggie Bobos.
All right.
You know your friend Jap.
Yeah.
He's my friend too.
Okay.
He's seated here.
All right.
Business is open. Make the damn book and get your head done. It's about freaking time. Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay. So, but Biggie, let me ask you something.
All right.
Circuit breaker. Clubs closed down. No events. How have you been holding up, man?
For the last couple of months, besides practice and fine tuning my skills, pick up. I've started with turntables. I move on to CDJs, move on to technologies, and all.
Right.
And I got small circle of friends who still believe in turntables. And I was digressing away. And for my homeboy, Oli start say, get back turntables, can?
And then,
And I
okay.
took the challenge till now. And it feels nice because it's like handling a CD, but it's not. It's way complicated to use a turntable.
So what do you get? You got Mark IIs back in or what?
Yeah, I've got one right now with Pioneer. So it's a set.
Tiny turns.
Pioneer PLX or
Okay.
whatever not, and it's close to a Technic. So.
Okay, so now that we're on this point, you said that you moved from turns to CDs
Back to turns.
and to, of course, the digital, which is a
Oh,
laptop, and then now
yeah.
you're back to turns. Now,
Yeah.
of all these things, vinyls, right, and as opposed to your small little piss ass round shit CDs.
But Chris,
And-
it still takes skills. So
Yeah, sure. Honest, hand to heart, man.
Yeah.
Which is the one you love most?
turntables. It's the music chords, the music bars, all at your fingers,
Yes.
not on a button.
It's tactile.
Yeah.
It's tactile. When you do your snare mix and bar mix, and you, can just, and you gotta count the BPMs and just stick it
Yes,
on the
sir.
top sleeve of the record. On the record sleeve, you just stick on the BPM, and
Yeah.
you gotta figure the BPM.
Right
on
now,
your
it's
own.
a fusion, a hybrid
Yeah.
of turntables and still using a laptop.
Right.
But the technicality is still there. It's
Still the
still
same.
having it. It's not analog. It's not warm unless you're playing real vinyls.
Yeah.
But it's the handling of it.
Yeah.
It's just like the good old days of the 80s.
Yeah. I understand. But to me, man, call me old school, just like you, right? How long you been doing this?
I was 14 as a roadie for my
But you're 25. It's only been a while.
with my distant uncle. It was Mo Alkaf. And we were at a wedding. My late father said, "Hey, Mo, your nephew, one DJ."
Mo's your uncle.
Distant.
Mo was on
I'm an
episode
error.
1 of QWC, man. He was my guest.
He came to my bar last year, and I reminded him he was okay. So anyway, so my father said he wants to be a DJ. He's a nephew. Handle it. Okay. Hey, next week, Shangri-La.
He's definitely not 25.
My uncle told me she's meet up at Shangri-La, blah blah blah. And back then, you know for the fact, a suit, a 3-piece,
Yeah.
minimal is denim,
Yeah.
t-shirt, and a blazer.
Yeah.
So I brought my blazer.
Yeah.
Saw his roadies, then saw him. Okay, put on. Okay, plug in. All the heavy work.
Uh-huh.
I didn't touch the console till 6 months later. But the wonders of it, my era or even before me, makes good DJs still now.
Yeah, hell yeah. I know quite a number of them as well.
Yes.
I mean, back in the day, guys like me, I never was a DJ. I didn't spin, but I've always hosted behind a microphone or sang on stages.
You would have made a good DJ. Yes. back in the days, 80s, a DJ is spin and sound good on the mic.
But I suppose, but I was. You're right.
Yeah.
DJs used to talk.
You have to.
Used
You have
talk.
to.
Yeah. Guys like Prem Lula and all that. Yeah, I remember them. But even back then, we were people like me. We were like crew as well. We were roadies. We were setting up equipment. We knew equipment.
You still had swag.
Yeah.
You know? Girls be looking, oh, that's a part of the AV crew.
Yeah, but
Just
not just
the
that.
DJ,
After that, you wipe down with a towel, you put on a shirt and tie and a jacket, and
Yes.
you host the event, and you tear it down after that.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to do stuff like that. It was some of the best years of our lives. Huh? Yeah. So now the thing is, Jack, can we just ask you?
Yeah.
You've been doing this for 26 years, right? You were saying. Now, for 26 years of all the styles of ink that you've done, what would you say is your expertise?
Wow. Actually, a lot of black work.
Mm-hmm.
And I still love black and gray. I love shading. I love realistic. But something just at my fingertips all the time are black work like Polynesian design, fusion, you know, Tahitians. Those are just at my fingertips
Right.
anytime.
Because that's your preference. That's what you actually love. You love that kind of those designs. Then why?
Yeah, maybe because during my days when I first started, it's always been whole, you know. To be a good tattoo artist, you got to learn how to fill in the colors well.
Right.
So we always practice tribal work, you know. So from there, I just love the whole feel about black work, and then I did some understudy. I traveled a little bit, talked to people around, you know, those who are traditionally doing it traditionally, as in traditional equipments. And yeah, start to learn more. I just got into it. I love the culture.
Who would you say that you owe a lot to in this trade?
I would say my mentor,
Yeah.
Richard Tat.
Richard Tat from Johnny Two Thumbs.
Yes,
Right.
he's the son of Johnny Two Thumbs. I owe him a lot. He basically got me where I am today.
Right, and that's one hell of a mentor to have.
And I had my
Hell of
first
a
in with him.
Hell of a reputation,
Yeah.
that guy. Really, Richard Tat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So now you were saying just now that during the circuit breaker you went absolutely apeshit nuts, and then any damn thing that you could get your hands on, shoes to whiskey bottles, and you could do
Everything.
everything, right?
Everything.
So this is about the whole thing about being an artist, correct?
Yeah.
Right? In every sense of the word, correct? How therefore is inking on anatomy different from, say, for example, canvas?
Well, I would say it's just the fundamentals that are different. Other than that, I guess it's about expressing yourself. It's pretty much the same.
But wouldn't canvas people use a brush? In this case, you're using needles.
In fact, like I said, the techniques besides using the brush, the color format, you know, it's very similar. How we apply it is pretty similar.
Just a different medium.
Okay, but in my mind, I keep thinking that a canvas is a flat piece of thing. Whereas when you go on skin, it's more,
3D.
yeah, if that's the right term to use.
Like I said, it doesn't matter what you apply on. It's the equipments that are given to you,
Right.
right? So your fundamentals, your knowledge on
Skills.
that equipment, you got to have that little knowledge.
Don't you feel like the skin can take certain parts of how much you should press and how much you shouldn't?
Correct. So that is the fundamentals of tattooing,
Right.
the knowledge, whether how tight the skin should be, how much your needle should go
So
penetrate.
that's the difference then.
Yes, but then, like I said, if you want to apply a shading or a color, the technique, of application onto, darker color come first, lighter color come first.
Right.
It's pretty much the same.
Okay. So it's pretty much the same, but actually, to me, in my mind, I don't see it being the same because we're talking about a flat piece of canvas, right? Where it's the same gradient, I would think,
Consistency,
as opposed to skin, right?
Yep.
For example, if you were to do something on the shin, it's going to be far different from just doing it in the arm, isn't it? In terms of
Close.
how much pressure you apply
Correct.
certain parts.
Correct. Like I said, it's just about the pressure, about the materials you're using, the machine, the
Right.
speed. So
Can-
you have to know.
Can you
have
tell
to know.
everyone back
Yeah.
who was watching the show, especially those people who have never done ink in their lives, if you have black ink, how many needles would it be going at super fast speed?
Wow, it all depends on how big of a portion you want to feel. Okay, good example. Mechanical pencil, 2B, 4B, 6B,
Yeah.
8B,
Right, yes.
Right, and that's how dark you want each to go.
Okay.
You know that needles who are like HB, it's very sharp.
Yes,
So if you use a small needle to color a big portion, you get lines.
right.
All right, so
Okay.
you need a broader feather.
Oh, I see. So
Needle.
it's almost the same concept.
Yes.
Is it different with color, for example?
Yeah, same.
Same.
So yeah.
No
so,
more needles, for example.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of more needles, we have needles coming round.
You're right.
So round are like more of tight filleting colors. If you want it to look like a painting.
Right.
So if you want it to be smudgy and watercolors and stuff, normally we use flat needles like a paintbrush,
Okay.
but we make the needles flat.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can brush it out.
So it is kind of similar anyway, except for the texture of the skin and
Correct.
canvas is different.
Correct.
And we
The
shall leave
canvas-
it to the professionals.
Right. But Biggie, where do you normally play?
Right now, right before Circuit Breaker was this place at Tanjong Pagar 1980 bar. 1980, come on.
All right, we set that for you, 1980. KWC, Kopi With Chris, we're always open for advertisers.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hey, producers, check it out. Yeah, here we go. 1980. I'm not going to say it again. Don't say it again.
Okay.
Next time I say it, you have to pay. Yeah, okay.
And it led to another outlet, Pinball Bar Wizard. So,
So what?
Pinball Bar
Pinball Bar.
Wizard.
Wizard.
And you wouldn't believe where.
Where?
Basement of Sim Lim Square beside the 40 store.
You're shitting me.
And it's, okay, just a summary. 1980,
Uh-huh.
bar, retro,
Right?
looks like American Diner.
Yeah.
We got about 10 game arcade machine bringing from US and the original ones. We're talking Pac-Man, Invaders. And at Pinball Wizard, it's strictly pinball machines.
Stop.
Advertisement.
Yes. 1980. I mean it. You guys had better
gotta hook him up.
freaking advertise on my gig. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what? Now that you said that you're in that particular place,
Okay.
what kind of music do you play?
Okay. 1980 bar is basically, I'll drop 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s stops there.
Okay.
I might drop Elvis, Beatles,
That's my kind of shit.
Rick Ashley, and I've been inviting you to shut down right now.
But you know, as I mentioned earlier, you did my first tattoo, which is my bulldog.
Yeah.
It's turned into a damn chihuahua, like I told you, like I
Yep.
said earlier on.
Yep.
And I did ask, you
Yep.
know, before the show for Jap, why, ladies and gentlemen, there are things that tattoo artists can do, which is really, really amazing, and that's called a cover-up. And like for now, because I still love this guy, but you know, it's kind of outdated.
Yep.
And it's like, and also it's a chihuahua now. And I just, I've got this clown, a gym khaki of mine. Trevor Anthony, this is for you, you idiot. Because this, yeah, you better watch this show because you're the swine who said this to me. He said, hey, that's not a bulldog. That's a damn chihuahua.
Wow.
this is one monkey I have to face, quite often. But he was, and he rang true in my ears. He rang true. It resonated, and to me, it's like, okay, not that. I mean, I just change this,
Yep.
And I asked Jap to come up with something interesting for me. Now, I still want a dog, and I want a fierce-looking dog, but not ferocious-looking. Something that looks strong.
Where an old auntie wouldn't be frightened of you.
I don't think it will help anyway. But then again, shucks, I think, and our uncle will be afraid of me now, not just aunties. But and cool-looking dog, maybe with shades on the eyes and all that, But he did show me something. No shades, but he did show me something, and it's not going to be shown to you now at this recording, but later on you will see the transition of how this Chihuahua turns into that new dog, which is just like what The Rock did. Dwayne Johnson did with his old bull, Brahma bull, right? And he turned it into a new fashion, newfangled one.
Yeah.
And thanks very much for all that work,
No
Jap.
problem.
And quite frankly, it does look
Nice.
kind of hot, man. Ooh. And I now understand what you mean by black, because that's black and you love it. You really did all that stuff, and because the things you like, you put it into it.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about to Biggie about this. What is the one thing? Oh, I tell you, brother, I know this guy. He's gonna have a lot of shit to say about this.
Okay.
What is the one thing that pisses you off about other DJs?
Well, as much as I'm long enough in the industry.
Don't be politically correct.
Okay, yeah. And people way ahead of me and people way after me. I think the one word is missing, which the good old days there was in it, or might not, but the word is respect.
Respect. And what do you mean? Can we elaborate? Give me some examples.
You know,
What do you mean?
backbiting, bitching, undercutting. I always believe how I grew up. Your income or your music, DJing, is one big pizza.
Yeah, one big pizza.
You cut it well, everybody gets to it.
A piece of the pie.
You don't have to backbiting, that kind of stuff. And for me, I into DJing world is I wouldn't say by chance. People giving me opportunity. Until now, I'm proud to say I'm giving back to others.
Great.
Giving contracts,
Shows, gigs.
Yeah. There is 100 gig. I can't be doing everything. And I started, you want me DJ? Okay, nah. So it's my turn right now. I got a gig. Share.
But you're saying that...
Okay, so get back to the question.
Yeah.
Disrespecting.
Okay.
That's why I hate it.
Basically, you're saying that one thing you hate about DJs, well, some of them, is disrespect to give to the others.
Yeah, unethical kind of stuff.
Okay. What is the one piece of advice you would have for kids who want to be like you?
Don't be a DJ.
Oh, man.
Well...
Really?
Why?
Okay, Chris.
Yeah, why?
Okay, Jap. Our era, you can make a living out of it.
Right.
But not now. You can't.
Why do you say that? Why do you think that?
Right?
What went wrong? What went wrong?
The older people has better taste in music. I am sorry, young boys and girls, but EDMs and whatever now, I couldn't take it. But I just feel that for me to play the music, somebody has to appreciate it. And when I can throw in a track or two and I thunk up you, shaking your leg, tapping on the table, I know I caught you already. I know what kind of music you want.
Yes, correct, yeah.
But it's monotonous right now, music. Music is just...
But it doesn't mean that kids, I mean, they can play what they can relate to with their own generation of people.
Maybe I might got your question wrong, but if it lies upon whether you can make a living out of it, no, I would say you do it for passion, for the love of music.
But you can't make a living.
No.
Jap,
Yeah.
what is the one advice you would have for kids who want to do what you do as a tattoo artist?
Oh, I would say go for it.
See, different.
Yeah. I mean, if that drives you,
Yeah.
go.
Passion.
If my son turn around and says, Dad, I want to be a tattoo, go.
Can you make a living from it?
I believe so. You just have to be good at what you believe in. Yeah, but if he says like, no, I'm not, I'm still gonna train him anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel it's a skill set.
Yeah.
It's something you won't lose.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're going to be one or not later, that doesn't matter to me. But if you do, go all the way out.
Kick ass.
All the way.
Would you teach your kids to spin?
If they want it, they into it, I'll give everything. But at the end of the day, I let them choose.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's an event you guys organize every year. It's called, and you got a T-shirt on, Wicked Wallop.
Wicked Wallop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you tell us more about Wicked Wallop?
Wicked Wallop is just a motorcycle cultural event. So we focus a little bit more on, we lean towards the 60s, 70s, old school concept with rock and roll, dancing, rock and roll music. Maybe people would know rockabilly, rockabilly style music.
Right.
The retros, the hot rods, the choppers. So we go into that culture, not because we have it here, all right, because our law is so strict that we could not do anything much to our modification to our car or bike.
Right.
But it's the culture.
Were the cars there as well?
Oh, yes.
Hot rods.
Hot rods.
Really?
We have this year we have like 6 cars drove all the way from Bangkok.
Wow.
All the way to our show.
Holy shit.
They roll into our show. Left-hand drives. Beautiful American cars.
Muscle cars.
Muscle
It's
cars.
not flew in. They drove all the way Bangkok down and joined us. For the event.
Wow. And
Yeah.
I've always wondered, man. I mean, Singapore has very strict regulation in these kinds of these kind of cars,
Yes.
right? But is it ever possible to have them here, like the old Shelby Mustangs, for example?
Okay, for what I know is that you have to be registered as a classic car, or if you want to import a car, it's possible, but it has to fall under the vintage classic plate.
Right. You mean a dual colored plate?
Yeah, and it has to be inspected. So
Okay.
inspection, everything has to be stock to the bone.
So there are no modifications allowed.
Correct.
Oh dear.
And how many times a year, Jap? You be on the
we
road?
do- I mean, that's on the classic car. It's about, I think, 40 plus days
Out
a
of
year.
365 days.
But
Yeah.
why? Have you ever heard any explanation given as to why this restriction on for just driving a car 40 days in a year?
I mean, maybe because, we're talking about classic plate. You have to be 35 years old
To
at
qualify.
least to qualify for classic plate.
The
Right?
car, 35 years.
The car has to
Okay.
be 35 years from the
Right.
day it's registered. Right?
Right.
So yes, I believe some cars at that age and some bikes at that age has already reached the point of the older technology and the emission, the smoke and
Right. It's the CO2 emissions. No?
correct.
Right.
So I mean we leave this as it is. As something good for the environment and stuff,
Okay.
and maybe these cars on the road may put a risk as well. Come on,
Yeah.
we have to understand that, right?
Safety issues.
Safety issue. They might not have
Parts
as
falling
much
down.
Oh, okay.
as much. So it's good to be strict at that point. All right, I do agree. You have to be strict at that point and make sure that the car is in working order before it's put on the road with
Okay.
the plate.
Jap, is it true in Japan you can do everything as long as you go for inspection, you get a pass, it's all good?
I mean, most of the country you can.
So,
Except us.
except us. Oh, most of the countries can actually happen quite liberally, except Singapore, huh? Right. Yeah.
Things that make you go,
Even just cross the border.
Oh, yes.
Even just cross
Let's
the
not
border.
look far ahead to USA. Let's
Right.
look
Okay.
our neighbor.
Then across the border. Yeah. Even for them, they're kind of cool about things.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay, let's those about cars. How about Harleys? What does an entry level Harley start at?
You mean CC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Below 1,000,
Yeah, 883.
883, 800 plus cubic.
Okay. How much would that cost? on
Brand
average?
new,
Well, sure.
below 30 grand.
Below 30.
Yeah.
Oh, 30. Now
Now.
with the current import tax and COE and stuff,
Yeah.
maybe 30.
Okay. So what does it cost to keep a Harley on the road in a year, roughly?
Well, it's almost like any other non-Harley bikes. You just go to your engine
Yeah.
capacity.
Okay.
That's it.
It's your road tax, your insurance.
So that's all the same as any other bike,
Yep.
right?
Like a car.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna be very blunt about this. Yeah. Don't get me the wrong way. Don't screw me over
No,
in this
no.
question.
Is
but
this the part you're being asshole again?
yes.
Okay.
Now, how do you guys afford this?
Let me say from my
Okay.
end.
You're looking at me like, Chris, you asshole, Chris. I'm just asking.
3/4 of my life, I rode non-Harleys, like I said, into
Okay.
motocross,
Right.
even sports tourer.
Yeah.
That looks like a gold wing. And I met back then my fiance, my wife,
Yeah.
and she's been supportive in every damn bike I've ridden. BMW, gold
Wow.
wing,
Wow.
adventure bikes and all.
Yeah.
So before we got our daughter,
Uh-huh.
she said, "Can you take class 3?" Okay, for you. I passed.
Oh shit.
And she said, "Can we drive now?" So that's the part I quit riding for 7 years.
Oh. So you did
To
quit
raise a
riding for
family.
7 years. Okay.
Quit.
Quit.
And guess when I came back, it
Mhm.
was a Harley
Yeah.
and it was with the Warpigs.
Awesome. I'm not insulting or disrespecting you guys, but it is an expensive piece of machine.
It is.
If it's an entry level, it's 30 grand. I mean, hey.
Well, again, Harley is not the most expensive machine
Oh,
now.
yeah.
When it comes to bikes, look at
Ducati.
look at
Ducatis.
it.
You know how much?
How much?
300,000.
Get out of here.
Yep. But
Shitting me, man.
race,
I mean-
replica race specs, what you see on a MotoGP,
Right.
they decided to release 500 pieces
Right.
at 300 grand per piece.
And these bikes, Ducatis, are available here in Singapore. to be
Yes.
purchased. Wow. Wow.
Well, I guess, you know, you couldn't put a price, you know, off
On
the
something you love.
Yeah, at that moment. But because for us, the only thing is we don't own the bikes. We don't.
On lists,
I
right?
mean, yeah. Okay, fine.
We on a 10 years lease.
If you're
right?
gonna go
We're
there,
on a 10 years lease. Yeah. We could not keep the bike at the end of the day.
Couldn't hand it down to a kid.
that's the same thing for any vehicle in Singapore, man. I mean, unless you renew your COE.
But if you scrap your car, you still get
A big sum of money.
back, right?
And you mean you don't get anything back when you scrap your
No.
bike?
No. At times, you got to pay for the service to scrap the bike. How's that?
No shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that sucks. Well, that sucks. I mean, I cannot imagine I have a vehicle and I scrap it and I get absolute F all for it.
Can you just imagine, Chris, back in 60s Harley, and you cap it, and a certain rule came out, the bullshit, and you just got to scrap it. From the
Holy
60s.
crap.
From the 60s.
So now that we're on this topic, because you know, this is the serious one. You mentioned something about the NEA amending some laws to get classic cars and bikes, right?
Yep.
Specifically bikes
Bikes.
Yeah.
off the road
Yeah.
because of high carbon emissions.
Yep.
You want to tell us more about that?
Well, it's been 2 years. They passed down a law. Yeah, kind of a law. Without no consent, no warnings, nothing, and just one day, they just put it on the papers like all pre-2003 registered motorcycle,
Right.
all have to be scrapped.
By 2028.
2023, sorry.
23.
So 3 years time, all the bikes that
Sorry, 2028.
To it.
Oh,
But
sorry.
they're going to give you some money.
Money. Up to
If
2023.
you scrap it by 2023,
Correct.
you're going to get $3,500 if you scrap it.
So
Even
the
if a
incentive-
small bike or big bike, you get the same amount.
So they give you an incentive,
Yeah.
but ordinarily, even if you would, as you said earlier, if you scrap a bike, you get zero, right?
Yeah.
But now they're telling you, you scrap your bike, you get 3,500. So there was an incentive, but these are for bikes from when again?
2003
So registered
Below.
2003
below.
and earlier.
Before.
Earlier.
Yeah.
And earlier. Okay. You mean the whole 2003?
All the way.
All the way down.
Okay. And what was the reason for them asking for
Like-
these?
Like you-
Apparently,
yeah.
apparently the claim was that we contribute the highest emission
What?
in Singapore.
Air pollution.
Air pollution.
Did they? Is this factual? I mean, is there? You know.
So far, the number seems like they plug. I don't know where they plug it from.
Yeah.
I mean, it must have at least shown you. I'm sure. I mean, you know, the government.
We're
still
the
trying to
government
find out.
would have shown
Still
you.
today, we're just waiting for statistics. Show us the statistics.
You mean they didn't give you any?
Nope.
And
they didn't tell. I mean, how did they derive to that point where, they're saying that the carbon emissions majority of it.
I guess basically is just straight to the computer system.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What computer system?
Algorithm
They have
kind of thing.
They do. They have that?
I mean, so-called registry of motorcycle,
Right.
and they just plug it all out.
Yeah.
All right, and well, like I said, for our motorcycle, not every single one of them is on the road,
Yeah.
right? But they just plug that whatever registration left.
So you're saying it's based on how many bikes have been registered, and so therefore, if all these bikes registered, it would probably give that much emission. Is that how you're saying it? Is that what you're saying?
They assume X number of
bikes
bikes goes out at one time.
Emit that much.
Yes.
Goes out at one time.
Yeah.
How's that?
Seriously.
How's that possible?
I mean, that's how they get the percentage, I guess, because we are waiting for the proof.
Wait. Isn't it strange that they're saying bikes registered in Singapore, right? Not Singapore and Malaysia.
No,
right?
Singapore.
Okay, because don't you think that our two checkpoints
We don't want to
every
go there.
single day?
Okay, we definitely don't want to go there because just based on Singapore statistics already, you cannot give us a proper
We can't solve the issue in Singapore, so let's not.
No, it's not that. I mean, get what I'm saying here. If motorbikes are giving, what they allegedly say, that much carbon emissions, correct? And it's primarily caused. That's what you're saying. They're saying, right? By motorbikes registered in Singapore. But every single day, under normal circumstances, outside a circuit breaker,
Right.
the causeway and the Woodlands, Tuas checkpoint, they have tons of bikes coming in to Singapore.
Yeah.
And wouldn't they also be responsible for the emissions?
Okay, we do a small little research on our own as well. Let's not look at the motorcycle that comes in and out of the border because they're coming to work, right? Okay,
Yep.
we're fine with that. Now, even taking a good 20 minutes video on any overhead bridge anywhere in Singapore, we
Okay.
did that. The number of cars passing by and the number of bikes passing by, you already see.
Right.
The percentage is so low.
As compared to cars.
And not only that, motorcycle getting from one place to the other, we're faster.
Okay.
And we reach there and we park.
So you
Done.
mean the shorter
Spending
span
of
of time?
Correct.
But you know something, guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the NEA would have done their homework. That maybe, perhaps, just perhaps, older bikes give out more exhaust fumes and smog and all that, isn't it?
No.
Really? Why do you say that?
At certain years already, we are already, sorry to say, it's already Euro 1. So, needless to say, every year we go for our inspection and we
pass.
And pass.
We pass.
Okay.
So why are we scrapping
Okay.
houses?
For a noob like me, can you explain to me what isn't Euro 1 the barest minimum of emissions?
Yeah.
And that is passable in Singapore?
Yeah.
Or is it because did the NEA ever say that maybe they want to scrap Euro 1 and just work on Euro? Is there such a thing called Euro 2
No,
or upwards?
most of the bikes are already advanced way before 2003, so they could not prove, because we have bikes that are 2002, 2001, we already, hit that Euro 3.
That standard.
So it's
Yeah.
not about safety or anything like that. But why would someone keep a bike?
Okay, Chris, when you say safety, like Jap just mentioned, every year inspection pass, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, fair.
Now, when you said incentives given to bikes, now what category bikes are they looking at? If you look at people who use it on a small little bike for transport, they're just going to work, yes, it's beneficial for them to get a $3,500 rebate and then go buy yourself a newer bike.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, we agree,
Right.
but you don't put it way across the whole board and says that, any pre-2003 bike, you have to scrap. Right? It doesn't make sense. Our bike has more value, not in terms of money, than anything else, Some are hand-downs from our our grandfather, some has memories passed down from their dads.
Heirlooms and sentimental values.
Those
Yeah.
Chris bikes, BSAs, Triumph.
Oh, shucks.
That
Really?
survive
Those
all-
bikes you're talking about?
If
Triumphs and
you have
BSA.
it, you gotta scrap it right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Now, of course, they said, "Hey, you guys can then put all those bikes under classic motorcycle
Yeah,
scheme."
yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Now, classic motorcycle scheme means that your bike has to be 35 years old. I guess they didn't know.
So just like the cars you were mentioning earlier, for a classic car registration is
It's
be
35.
35. The same thing for the bikes.
Yeah. So
Right.
the bike has to be 35 years old, but they didn't know as well
Okay.
that from the gap from 2003
Mm-hmm.
is 25. We 25 years, I guess. We still got 10 years.
Yeah.
So what happens now? We are stuck between scrap and we cannot go to classic.
Haven't you guys, any one of you guys, spoken with the authorities about this?
Collectively, legally, yeah.
And waiting,
And waiting.
it's been 2 years.
Huh?
We're still waiting.
How long? Sorry.
It's been 2 years.
And asking for a sit down, adult kind of conversation.
Yeah,
with
just
facts. Yeah.
I mean, we are looking at a place where we can come in between.
Correct.
Look, we can understand maybe at certain point that yes, you want to make Singapore a greener country,
Yes.
but did you actually?
It has to be
come-
two ways, Chris.
Sure.
I
But
mean-
I'm surprised that it's been, 2 years that you've not had.
For a talk and a follow up.
But there was an initial meeting.
There was one.
One only, I think.
Yeah.
And how did that go? So,
Well-
so you say since then till now there's been no follow up.
No.
Wow. Wow.
No.
Wow.
You see, so all we need to do is, I mean, what we really wanted is come to a compromise.
Sure.
Yes.
Because you didn't listen to us. You didn't hear our side of the story. You see, the thing was just implement like that. Poof.
Well, I wanted to suggest something. I mean, I like I said, I'm not a bike enthusiast. I don't even have a class 2, as I mentioned earlier in the show. But now that you've mentioned they haven't even spoken to you in 2 years, my initial suggestion I wanted to tell you was that maybe you guys can suggest to the NEA that you can offset your carbon emissions by planting maybe some trees for them or raising funds for them to plant more trees.
That's the whole idea. Just say come in between. That's
So you
let's
also
talk.
think that's a viable solution, right?
Well, I mean, not that we can implement another different category. Look, how often do we ride our classic bikes, or I mean the bikes that we have, right? Some of us own not one. We have people who own more than 30, 50.
No way. In
I'm
Singapore?
not kidding. Yeah.
Wow.
But they're not going to put their ass on every bike and go out together at
Correct.
once, right? And these bikes are all still COE valid,
Paid for.
paid for, road
So-
tax paid for,
There will be monetary loss or financial loss somehow.
But I feel the
lot.
biggest is
a
the
lot.
sentimental loss. That's all.
So financial loss, sentimental loss, and a couple of great bikes, great
History, Chris.
great brands like
It's
BSA
history.
and Triumph and
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh man, I feel you, man, and I feel for you. Oh boy, I really hope that this pans out right and pans out well for you
We
guys.
hope so too.
Yeah.
I really hope that you at least get to sit down with them again and at least have them follow up and follow through in this. I would like to think that people will be able to at least voice their concerns and to all or any relevant authority and be able to have them come back to our citizens and sit down and have a good talk with us, and not lord over us. This is how I feel now, judging by what you've just said to me. I hope that's not going to happen. I hope that they're going to come back and talk to you and somehow everyone comes to a compromise, instead of a top-down kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel for you guys, and I just see the images in my head that's going around. I see great-looking bikes going,
Cutting into half, going to the trash.
Compactor.
I mean, even if they were not bikes, even if they were cars, I mean, I
Yes.
would feel, because I'm more of a car kind of guy. Though I would love to be on a Harley because these arms of mine look good in them. But okay, that's enough about me. These arms are not going to get scrapped. I can tell you that. Though they're from 1970. Guys, it's been really great having you on the show. This is going to be something I'm going to do right now before we end off.
Okay.
It's been a permanent staple on KWC. And I'm going to be asking you, this is called a quick fire segment round, or quick fire round segment. When I'm going to be asking you quick questions and you give me quick answers, okay? Don't look at my screen.
All right.
I will go first to Biggie Bobos.
Okay.
And then the same question will apply to Jap.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's play this. Okay, look, eyes front, yeah? Eyes front, yeah?
eyes front.
Okay, get ready. Here we go. If you could be a villain on a celebrity's bike, who would it be?
Oh, shit. Irene Gun.
What? Wait, Irene Gun rides a bike.
Yes.
Oh, you like the villain behind Irene Gun, huh? Okay.
It was my
You do. You
teenage
are.
crush.
Oh, teenage crush. You are aware that your wife will be watching the show.
She's fine.
Okay, here we go. Okay, Jap, how about you?
You know what? We had the same thought because we're all in that same era riding the dirt
Oh
bike.
my
chasing.
goodness, these are the growing up boys.
But yeah, he's one of my dear late friends,
Yeah.
girlfriend as well.
Okay,
So, yeah,
okay.
but to respect that, those days, yes, we always follow our bike ride behind her.
Oh,
Her bike.
Her bike. You guys must have enjoyed very much those rides. I don't mean anything untoward by saying that. Oh God. Okay, now next question. Get ready. If you had one ticket to go back in time to any time in your life, but you couldn't come back, you'd have to live your life again from that point. Where would you time travel to?
Me?
No, we can go with Jack. No worries.
You go with me?
Yeah.
1980.
Why?
I guess that's the best time of my life. Living free.
Mine a bit more, 1974. Why my real parents threw me away. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
And
At
going-
at my birthday, at 32 years old, just I found out I was adopted. When my uncle passed by to my bar in Boat Key, hey uncle, have a drink here. So how you met your real parents?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. That's all.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that, man.
It's all good.
Okay, this is the next question, and this is just very simple. It's a very quick one. Bobos, we go with you.
Okay.
Biggest achievement?
Being a DJ.
Jack?
Tattoo artist?
Nice. Really nice. Next question. Jack. Biggest regret?
Whoa. I guess study a little bit harder.
Bullshit that was. Okay, Bobos.
Put it aside, lately I've been looking at a bike part. So I would rather have met my wife earlier and marry her off.
You mean meet your wife earlier and married her earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. This man is still so much in love, huh? But that doesn't mean that I'm not in love with you, baby. I'm still in love with you, my dear wife at home. And it doesn't mean he doesn't love his wife. No, he loves his wife dearly too. Jeez, I tell you, I'm gonna get out of the damn doghouse.
Brownie point. Brownie point.
He's the one that did this shit, made us dig our own damn holes. Yeah. Right. Now, next question. This is a long one. Just check this one out. Listen carefully, yeah? Someone near and dear to you has been kidnapped and is about to be murdered. You are the only one who can rescue them. To get to them, you have to get past this fork in the road. The kidnapper says that if you don't ride through either one side at full speed, he will murder the victims. Now, on your left are the Warpigs Motorcycle Club. On your right, your wives. Whichever side you pick, everyone dies. Where would you go?
Damn, that's a long question. I got lost somewhere about the fork.
The fork. Okay, let me start from the fork again.
Okay.
You know that people that you love has been kidnapped. They're about to be murdered. You're the only ones who can rescue them.
Okay.
You can get to them, but you have to get past this fork in the road.
Wait, hang on. Fork in the road?
The fork in the road, that means there's a left and a right.
Okay.
Yeah. The kidnapper says that if you don't ride through either one side at full speed, he will murder them. On your left, on the left fork of the road are the Warpigs. On the right, your wives. Now, you have to pick a side. Where would you go? Left or right? Sure, Jap.
Straight on to the one who instigate this. I'm gonna kill you with my bike. With me in there, no problem.
And
I'll
solve
go.
the problem.
Yeah, I solve all the problems.
Don't come and tell me your answer's gonna be the same as his, okay?
If I had a chance to save family, wife, and my bike club,
Uh-huh.
I'll do it.
Yeah, which one? Bike club or wife?
No, like Jap said,
What?
to whoever instigate the shit.
You two,
Yeah.
you two guys don't watch freaking movies enough, do you? I mean, at the end of the day, you do that shit, you end up being dead. Everyone
It's
dies.
okay. It's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
It's
Huh?
okay for me.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, you just couldn't pick a side, right?
Well, I had my wife.
I want to
alright?
marry my wife
Chris,
earlier.
No, Chris. My wife believes ever start with going. She says it's okay for her to die before me. I cannot die before her.
You know what? This is damn weird, man. I really hate that kind of conversation. My
Yeah.
wife has the same conversation with me, and I say, no, I'm sorry, I have to die before you, because I mean, no, we men are freaking hopeless, man. We
Yeah.
can't live without our wives,
True.
and our children. We need
No,
one in
she
the morning,
said
they
no.
will need the dad. No, believe me. Listen, Mrs. Biggie Bobos, let me just tell you something, okay? You gotta hear this because it's a fact. Us guys feel this way. Good men, good husbands, and good dads. We always feel that the kids need the mommies more than they do the daddies, especially as they're growing up. We are important, we know that. But it is harder for us guys. The wife goes, we go very soon after, let me tell you. That's just how it's like. Take a look at all the famous people. I don't want to mention names.
Okay.
We can't last.
True.
Okay, now that's my opinion, by the way. I'm not saying it's the gospel truth. Now, I don't need to ask Biggie this question because I asked him earlier. I'm going to ask Jack. Digital or vinyl?
Oh, vinyl.
Yeah.
I lived through the vinyl days too.
Okay, not surprised. Now, this one,
Okay.
serious now. This one, very serious one. Okay,
Alright.
Biggie, I'm going to go start with you first. Get ready. Taman or Heng Swee Kiat?
I have to choose.
Yes.
Taman.
Okay. Jack.
Follow through.
What? Follow through. So you're saying who?
Taman.
I need you to articulate
Okay.
that, eh?
Okay.
Because I know if we on podcasts or audio podcasts, nobody can see you. You know? Yeah, right. Now, next question. I'll start with Jap. Dream car or bike?
Both.
You gotta choose one, dude.
Only one?
Yes.
Bike.
Okay. Bobos?
Bye.
True petrol heads. Next one. Start with Bobos. Biggest fear?
Honest?
Yeah.
Lie?
Honest lah, then what lie? Alamak.
Death.
Jap.
Spiders.
Bees.
Yeah, bees.
Yeah.
Bees too.
Bees and spiders.
Actually, bees I'm not so afraid, but
You have arachnophobia.
I know. For bees, I have allergies.
Yeah, the moment any bees.
Me too. I have an allergy to
But I
bees.
just
as
don't
well.
like that creepy crawling.
Oh, you don't like spider.
But it's so funny. But you're a guy that does all that stuff of love wildlife, and you're scared of.
Just spiders.
Okay, wait. If you're scared of spiders, are you scared of snakes?
No, I'm not.
This guy is nuts, man.
True.
Dude.
I take snakes than tarantula.
What?
I used to have a friend who used to have that as a pet.
Don't name him on the
No,
show,
no,
please.
no.
Okay.
No.
Right. Okay. All right. Next question. Last question. You can choose either one. Okay. I'll start with Jack. What or who is your biggest inspiration?
I guess. Wow. What or who?
Yeah, either one.
Wow.
Wow. What inspired me most?
Could be. Biggest
Wow,
inspiration.
there's a lot of things that flash by.
Okay, which is the most important one?
Wow. I could not answer that now. I don't know. Hang on 1 second.
Sure.
What inspires, yeah?
No,
Maybe
what is
Bob?
your biggest inspiration, Biggie?
Biggest.
Or who? It could be a person, or it could be something.
I don't know whether it makes sense, but biggest inspiration,
Go for it.
autistic kids.
Wow.
ADHD, in that range.
ADHD,
autistic, they inspire me.
Savants,
All that.
Asperger's, and all that. Okay.
I mean, life's hard enough, but they just got a curveball,
Yeah.
and some actually turn out fine. I mean, I did the Para Games before.
Yeah.
I've seen the Paralympics
Yeah.
playing football
Yeah.
way better than the national football team. The semangat.
The semangat. Okay.
How the hell they do that?
Yeah.
Physically, they are not perfect.
Maybe probably it's the simplicity of looking at life, and just the drive is so simple.
The will.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope the young lions are listening to what you just said.
Take that as an inspiration.
Please be inspired to perspire a bit more. Yeah. Okay. So, Jap, how about you? Giving you time.
I think it will be people who sacrifice half their life to try to prove something. I don't know.
People who go out there and
I mean, I don't have to exactly mention some particular name
sure.
or inspiration, but it's just anyone. People who are willing to go as far to save a creature, an animal, or just to stand up and speak up for everyone.
So someone who's courageous and unconditional.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Because I there's so many big names out there where people get inspiration from their codes, how they live life and stuff. I guess mine would be a little bit more on how they actually put an impact, and they don't ask for anything.
The
They
courage,
just
the
go out
effort.
there, they can live, out in the open sea for months and years just to prove something.
Okay, someone who does something because he believes in it, and when the odds are against him, and he just goes out to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where, since you've said that, and my last episode was with two episodes ago, or 3 episodes ago, was with Glenn and the Flying Dutchman. So I'm pretty sure to be watching this. So Glenn Ong, go and climb damn Mount Everest, okay, for goodness sake, yeah, because people like you inspire someone like Jap. But in any case, thank you so much, guys, for being my Kopi Kakis today. I mean,
One
it's so
love.
nice
Back
to
at
have
you,
you
man.
here.
Back at you.
Wow,
Thank you
it's-
for having
No,
us.
it's
Yeah.
my pleasure. Pleasure's all mine, man. I mean, you guys have been great in this show.
Me and Jap are not celebrities, but you're calling us.
No, come on. I'm not a celebrity either, man. I'm just this big mouth dude sitting down in front of a microphone doing his shit every week.
With substance.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, all viewers and listeners at home watching or listening to KWC Kopi with Chris, thank you so much for being with us today yet again, and thank you for all of your love and support. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe to Kopi with Chris at Happy TV Singapore. And I've had Biggie Bobos and Jap Loh with us on this show. Remember, whatever you do, don't label anyone. Guys, we've got big hearts. Until then, enjoy phase 2, but social distancing. See you again soon. Bye-bye.